Welcome to the one-day embodiment workshop, the Embodied Experience. I'm really pleased to be running this workshop and to share some of these fantastic exercises and teachings with you during that one-day workshop. These series of videos talk a little bit about that workshop and also talk about the certified certificate that I'm putting together that will start in September 2020. So this one-day embodiment workshop is suitable for those of you that would like to bring more presence and depth into your practice with your client work, whatever discipline and theoretical orientation you practice. It's also for those that would like to experience a deeper connection with yourself and a deeper sense of centeredness within yourself and to live life more fully from that more centered place. So embodiment practices enable us to self-regulate, to self-soothe, and to deal with difficult circumstances from that more safe sense of grounded place. It teaches us that we are safe in the world. Often we come into adulthood with a whole range of maladaptive patterns, behavioural patterns, thinking patterns, emotional patterns that stay quite ingrained and stuck within our bodies. And embodiment practice helps us just to start to shift those patterns so we can respond to life and live life in a different way. And often what people really start to notice is just how free they are within their body, how free they are within relationships, how they've got much more of a range of choice available to them in how they respond to life and also to themselves. It really fosters self-compassion, I find. So this day is going to be largely breath work. So breath work is the key to the body. So we're going to be doing lots of breathing exercises. We're also going to be looking at yoga nidra, which supports the layers of the body, the physical body, the breath body, the mental body, the emotional body, the real felt sense body, and into pure consciousness. It starts to relax at a really soul level. So we just like strip through those layers of the body. So you'll get to experience a yoga nidra and just what an impact it will have on you. We'll also look at pain and the function of pain in our bodies, emotionally and physically. And there'll be lots of time as a group to really explore some of these different ideas that we'll be looking at and really what embodiment is for you. So my own journey with embodiment started when I was 25, living in London. And I always remember that first yoga class that I came out of, my very first yoga class, where I just had this feeling of floating on air whilst being deeply grounded at the same time. It was just amazing. I'll never forget that moment. And then I went on to train as a massage therapist, a body worker, and also as a yoga teacher as well. And so my life really was body work and yoga. And about 8 years after first training as a massage therapist, I started to train to become a counsellor. And I really realised, sort of quite a long way through my counselling training, as I was entering into personal therapy myself, how necessary all of that body work had been for me to prepare me to start to work psychologically and start to psychologically shift some of my patterns. I felt like those years of body work had been loosening some of these energetic and physical patterns within my body to enable me to start to talk about them and address them. So that really was my journey, starting with the physical body and then working out and working more to the mental, psychological body. So I found that a really empowering way of working for me through the body. And it still remains a really important part of my life now. So I do teach yoga as well as counselling. And first of all, when I was doing my counselling work, my counselling and my yoga teaching and body work as well just lived quite separately. So I'd have my yoga students, my bodywork clients, and then my counselling clients. And it took quite a few years post qualifying to really start to integrate the bodywork into my practice. So I'm a non-touch therapist, so I don't touch my clients, but I really support them to be able to really touch and link in with themselves. So I bring more yoga practice into my client work, a lot more breath work, a lot more of the deep yoga, nidra informed work into my practice, and I've seen some amazing results in quite a short amount of time. So as people start to really connect within to that felt sense and start to move their body in different ways, how it can really help just to shift their patterns. So I look forward to working with you. What you'll notice on one of these pages in these lessons, there'll be your Zoom link to your particular day of your training. So, meanwhile, if you have any questions, please do drop me an email.